Hi, my name is Chandra and this is How Chandra Does Food. And today I am making gluten-free donuts, and these will be very easy to make, dairy-free as well. I stumbled on this website, the Loopy Whisk, and she had a recipe for donuts that I really couldn't wait to try, and they did not disappoint in the least. They are so good, and it makes me think that all the pictures on her website that look so incredible are all real, and I want to make everything. So I've just put all the dry ingredients, and I'll leave the recipe below, into the mixer, and I'm going to kind of mix that better with my spoon, and then I will add the wet ingredients, including the psyllium husk, which I usually find really off-putting, and I've made things before on this channel that I could not eat because of the psyllium husk in them. But this, I guess, I don't think it was overbearing. There wasn't enough of it, and it was totally fine. I didn't mind it at all. Eggs, almond milk, and I used ghee, melted ghee, but you could easily use coconut oil, I think, and that would be just fine. So I did follow her directions and beat this really well, and for a good 8 minutes, even though there's no gluten to develop. She says that the batter is much nicer and smoother if it is very well mixed. I did end up switching to my paddle attachment instead of the dough hook, because it just seemed like it was going to give it a better mixing. It wasn't really grabbing the dough since there is no gluten to make it bind together quite as much, and that worked better for me. This day we had somewhere to be, so I couldn't follow the directions exactly as the recipe stated for the rising, but I put it in the refrigerator to slow everything down, and I did take it out and punch it down to give myself more time, because I wasn't ready to be able to shape these yet and give them their final rise. So they stayed in the refrigerator for me just fine. And now it is much later in the evening, and I'm ready to shape them and let them have their final proof in their little donut shapes. I kind of thought I was going to make them in the flower shape that the recipe denotes, but then it got to be 8 o'clock at night and they didn't turn into flowers. They were just round without the donut hole taken out. I would maybe do that next time just for fun, make some little donut holes and have the traditional like ring donut look. But this time they look like they would be filled donuts, but we just didn't fill them. I had no trouble at all shaping these. I did use a little flour, but I hardly needed it. They were not very sticky. They were so easy to work with. It was really a pleasurable experience, not frustrating at all. Now here is why I have been dying to make donuts. When we bought a whole pig for our freezer this year, I made leaf lard. So the fat that surrounds the organs of the pig is the leaf fat. And if you render that just right without any meat getting into it and not doing it too long, it becomes leaf lard, and it is tasteless of pork. So it's what was traditionally used to fry donuts, and I have heard there is nothing comparable. So I was really excited to use that. I had my leaf lard. It didn't smell porky at all, so I thought I had done it right, and I had. It was so good. I mean, these smell just right. I loved these donuts. So I was making a little glaze, just powdered sugar and lemon juice, and now I'm getting ready to drop my donuts in. I thought I was just going to try one and see if they were ready, because I wanted to get a move on with these. They hadn't really doubled in size, but they floated beautifully, so I thought I'll just go ahead and do them all. The feedback was that maybe they were a little dense, and I wonder if that's because I did fry them a little early. So next time I will let them do the full rise, and we'll see if we can get these donuts even more delicious. I told you I liked these, right? I really liked these. See you next time.